Okay, so we're going to be doing a 90-90 position for internal rotation. So we're going to start off with sitting in the 90-90 for 2 minutes. Now you want to make sure your knee is exactly in line with your hip and your foot is exactly in line with your knee on both legs. It's quite easy for them to end up like this, so just make sure you double check and make sure you're sitting correctly. What we're going to do is we're going to lean towards this back leg, and you want to do that with your chest up, back straight and core engaged, so that you don't end up arching over with your back like this. You want to be nice and straight and tense. What you'll notice here is you might feel a bit of cramping here. That's okay. You're going to hold this for 2 minutes just to get used to the position. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do 10 seconds of pushing this knee and heel down into the ground as hard as you possibly can. You're going to work your way up to 100%, so start with 20%, 40%, 60%, and so on until you're ready to go full 100%. And then once you're at 100%, you're going to squeeze as much as you possibly can, obviously, for 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, for 10 seconds. Then the other one we're going to be doing is we're going to be imagining we're lifting this knee up and this heel while making the gap between our body and the leg come closer. So you'll notice that you're basically trying to bring your leg and your body together like scissors. So you're going to be doing that for another 10 seconds again. So here, focus on pushing the knee and the heel down for 10 seconds. And now imagine you're lifting your heel and knee up while you're bringing your body downwards for 10 seconds. If you're struggling with activation here, imagine you're pushing the heel down and forget about the knee for a second. This variation we're going to do hovers. You can push your hands into the ground here. You can either push them in front of you or behind you as long as your back is nice and straight. You're going to engage your core first, and then you're going to imagine you're lifting your heel and your knee. So heel goes first, then knee. You're hovering. Straighten the leg over the yoga block. Bring it back in while keeping the knee high. At that point, that glute should be screaming at you because you're keeping the knee high while the heel is rotating round. So we're going to do 3 of these.
Is the idea here to be able to pull yourself round like that, or is it to be able to pull yourself closer to that knee?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
And how do you do that?
Obviously you're not trying to go like back there with your body. You're trying to get close to the knee, but in order to do that you have to twist and then
pull.
But I'm not doing that with just my body. I'm not just forcing my body down. That wouldn't work. I need to keep my body nice and straight and tense. And I also need to tense in here to bring this knee up. I mean, for example, imagine I'm standing, I don't know if that camera will get me. If I'm standing here and let's say I'm trying to get this knee closer to my body here, I'm not going to be moving my body to my knee. I'm also not going to be pushing my knee up. I'm going to be doing both. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're on the ground, you're twisting around and it's like in your head, you're imagining this leg is coming up nice and equally. Obviously, you're bringing this heel up along with this knee, but you're bringing your body towards it as well. So that starts cramping up quite intensely in the hip, and sometimes even on the outer glute, especially when you're thinking as much as you possibly can about this this heel coming up. Your glute might start firing up. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.